We are a functioning state that proves the lie that Republicans tell all the time, that plurality does not work, that you can't be a diverse state with wonderful migrant communities and functionally exist. We disprove that narrative every single day here in California. And I, as gruesome Governor Gavin Newsom, I am going to go out in the streets alongside my fellow Los Angelinos and demand changes. No more ICE in Los Angeles. No more ICE actions in the state of California. This is a sanctuary state. This is a sanctuary city. ICE raids on places of business are completely unacceptable. Donald Trump lied for months, and before that for years, dehumanizing migrants with rhetoric and language that comes directly out of history textbooks, as though he's plagiarizing Adolf Hitler. And now those chickens have come home to roost. Those lies are turning into actions, violent actions. You know, that kind of thing. That's like that. He could say something along those lines. You know what I mean? He will not disrupt the delicate fabric of California society. We've been doing fine without him, and we will continue to resist against these unjustifiable actions from the federal government. This is not a fight that we are fighting just for ourselves or for our neighbors and our communities, but this is a fight that everyone in America will inevitably fight. I'm running for governor. I'm Gavin Newsom.
Needed to condemn the violence, what was happening. I mean, the governor did that there, and also was heavily critical of the immigration efforts by the Trump administration, saying that Trump is going far beyond what they promised on the campaign trail to go after criminals first.
And then it's like an ISIS-style video, and Tom Homan, like the camera pans over, and it's Tom Homan, and he's in handcuffs. Governor Gavin Newsom ominously moves in his direction slowly, cool, calm, collected. He whips out a machete. Boom. Camera's off. We don't know what happened. This is a joke, obviously. That would never happen.
Feel that Democrats, want
Call
to
of
see
Duty, Call of Duty 4
they
intro.
Want to see peaceful protests. They want to see order. They're not against the idea of law enforcement protecting their communities. We know that people want to see their communities protected, and Democrats do need to make clear that they support it. But I think it would be impossible and an inaccurate assessment to watch what Gavin Newsom just said and suggest that he was somehow condoning violent protests when he quite clearly said the opposite.
Priscilla, just on what he was saying at the beginning, he was accusing ICE and the Trump administration of using unmarked cars, of arresting and detaining gardeners, seamstresses, dishwashers. He said that Donald Trump has employed a military dragnet across Los Angeles, talking about essentially how the immigration efforts are being carried out. What have you heard from sources in terms of what that's actually looked like?
Well, Trump's immigration agenda is ultimately going to be judged on two things: numbers, which the president's office said he wants to execute mass deportation, and also methods,
Gavin Newsom beheading video.
His first term. And what we have seen over the course of the last few weeks is that while the administration has publicly touted their immigration crackdown and released photos to that effect, privately, I'm being told that officials are extremely frustrated. They don't think that the officers are doing enough to arrest immigrants, undocumented immigrants in the United States. So what does that mean? That means that they have to go after everyone and anyone in these various locations, and that speaks to the method. So what the governor was saying there is something that immigrant advocates, and including some former ICE officials, are concerned about, is just picking up people in these various locations, including ones they're supposed to go to for check-ins, like immigration hearings and their USCIS check-ins, to arrest people. What does that mean moving forward? And ultimately, again, this is going to come down to the numbers and the methods and the ways that they'll be judged on that front.
And John Miller, on that comment that stood out to me with Governor Newsom saying that the president is dragging a military dragnet, that was the quote that he used, across Los Angeles. As you've looked at this, one thing that the president pointed to earlier today in the Oval Office when he was talking to reporters are comments made by the police chief in LA saying they were overwhelmed on Saturday night, basically as part of his justification for what we've seen happen here. What have you made of the response from the LAPD compared to the military that has been sent in to LA?
Well, I think that's a really important fact check, because the president also said that, you know, the National Guard got there and they brought order to it. The National Guard did not bring order to it. The National Guard surrounded the federal building and then became a focal point of protest where the LAPD had to actually bring order to that. The other thing is, and I have a lot of respect for Scott Jennings, he's my friend, but LA is not burning, okay? 5 self-driving cars were burned. A couple of police cars were set on fire. That's not good. But we can't use terms that evoke images from the 1992 riots. What this is all about, I think Gavin Newsom's point was, we started with an idea that they would be rounding up criminals, and then when the numbers weren't delivering what they were looking for, they started going to factories and big restaurants, and that's become a spark.
Yep.
John Miller, thank you for that. That's helpful. And
I mean,
of course, stay
he's
with
not
us.
wrong.
We are continuing to watch these moments, these protests that are happening tonight in Los Angeles.
What the fuck? News on ad just deployed.
The myth about this is a lie. This life has to be hard in New York. I believe we can guarantee cheaper groceries. We can raise the minimum wage. We can raise the rent for more than 2 million tenants and build hundreds of thousands of affordable homes. It's city government's job to deliver them. We are done settling for less. Are you ready for a city we can afford? Are you ready to win this race?
ICE be abolished. I mean, you and I are old enough to remember when that was actually a policy proposal by people in this country on the left. We've seen the Biden administration previously increase funding for ICE. It was a missed opportunity that people say maybe we wouldn't be in this situation if ICE didn't have this kind of funding. But from this vantage point now, what you're seeing in Los Angeles, should ICE be abolished?
I believe it should, and it's been a privilege to have been represented by Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez as a fellow representative of Astoria, and she is one of the leaders of that call and has continued to make that call.
Dude, I'm sorry, but if liberals can get on board with this message this fast, after the previous establishment Democrats ran on Trump's 2020 agenda for immigration, like its militant agenda of combating criminal migrants or whatever, then that is yet another massive testament
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone
Democrat
do not provide
politicians are.
sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption.
Okay?
Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat
Like
you.
these guys
Research it
literally
in the man
fucking
to establish
used to say abolish
classification and
ICE,
potential
right?
application.
In the first Trump tenure. And then when they were in charge, they were like, no, we have to give ICE more weapons.
This
Obviously,
mineral is
duh, we have to
composed
kill
of the
these
same
criminal
chemical
migrants.
elements as quartz and may yield similar
But
industrial
it's clear.
functions.
It's
Research
clear
it
that
in the
there
man
is
to establish
enough
classification
anger
and
and
potential
resentment
application.
amongst the population. If Dems want to actually persuade swing voters, Trump soft support, they should lean on defending families from deportation raids, not pretend to speak for an imaginary white couple on Long Island. If they don't grasp that, they didn't grasp anything about the last election. Yes. No, Republicans hide your liberalism like you hide from everyone else. A CNN poll today shows that legal migrants have swung 29 points to become a +6 against illegal immigration in the past 4 years. What? does that even mean? The establishment is trying to rat fuck Zoran. Zoran helped Adrienne Adams, city council speaker, qualify for matching funds, and now she's attacking him. Yeah, also, this is the other side of the story. Adrienne Adams, a lawless president does not mean we abolish entire agencies and our laws. I've taken on Donald Trump and ICE and won. People elect us as leaders to solve problems, not pledge allegiance to rigid ideologies. Zoran Mamdani, donate to Adrienne Adams' campaign so she gets matching public funding. And be sure to rank her on your ballot. She's great. Adrienne Adams polling at 6%. Go fuck yourself. Wait, what the fuck? This guy blocked me? Recovering political pollster, current market researcher. Who the fuck? Why did this guy block me? No, they blocked me. Who the fuck is this guy? Probably a lib who thinks you're Hamas. Okay. Anyone who thinks I'm Hamas also thinks Zoran is Hamas. It seems like he likes Zoran, but also weirdly hates me. I don't know. I mean, who cares? Whatever.
Video.
Also, this is important too. This election is in your hands, but only if you're registered to vote in New York City. The deadline is Saturday.
Due to its uncanny resemblance
Guys,
to raw
I cannot stress
bacon,
enough.
is
If you're
compatible with the
not
human
registered to
digestive
vote in New
system
York,
and has been added to the
please
object
register
scanner.
to vote in New
Further
York and
research is
rank
available.
Zoran. Rank the other people too if you want, but definitely rank Zoran number 1 and do not rank Andrew Cuomo.
My team says I move my hands too much in these videos, so for this one, they're staying in my pockets. The other day on the subway, I met a New Yorker. But get this, they vote in California.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
We all wanted to defeat Donald Trump, and New York felt like a lock. But in many ways, this election, Trump's back on the ballot. We have a choice between Andrew Cuomo, funded by the same billionaires who put Donald Trump back in the White House, and our campaign, who will tax billionaires to make the city affordable. It's a referendum on where our party goes. So in just this one instance, ask yourself, WWBFGD, what would a disgraced former governor do? Well, Cuomo changed his registration immediately after not having lived here for more than 30 years. So if he's voting from his new address, so should you. With just single digits between us and Andrew Cuomo, your vote can make the difference. You have until June 14th, this Saturday, to change your registration in New York City. So head to ZahranforNYC.com/vote. Let's win this thing. I do!
Keep them in your pockets.
No, he retweeted this Hutch tweet, I guess. That's what someone was saying. No, if you want any non-Cuomo vote on the ranking is a vote taken away from Cuomo. Yeah. Rank all the other people. I don't fucking know enough about them, and I don't necessarily care. I'm in the tank for Zoran 100%. But yeah, you should definitely rank other candidates too, because like then it makes it easier for just don't rank Cuomo at all. Do not rank Cuomo. You rank all 5, just don't rank Cuomo, and rank Zoran number 1. Do not rank Zoran number 2 or some shit because you think it's cute. He is the number 1 candidate. Not sure why my timeline's filled with Hassan Piker, Ethan Klein. I didn't know who this was until last week. Few content all of a sudden, but algorithm, if you're listening to engineering, don't give it even iota shit about what either of them has ever said about anything. Thanks. If you don't know who either of these people, okay, guys, who cares? All right, we figured it out. He doesn't like me for. He probably has seen something that is like out of context or some shit, or he's just a fucking lib. Who cares? He likes Zoran. He's ranking Zoran number 1, I suspect. So I am endorsing Adam Carlson as a pollster. Okay. Yeah. By the way, new poll shows Andrew Cuomo's one-on-one lead against Zohran Mamdani has shrunk to just 2 points, 51 to 49%. And this poll was conducted before AOC endorsed Mamdani. Okay? Before. Why are they flying non-American flags at the protest? Don't you know you're supposed to play? Don't you know you're supposed to fly the American flag? No other flags. No Puerto Rican flags to be flown at the protest. I can't even like it. I was gonna like you first, Zohran, but now I feel like it's made it too hard for me to like you. It's made it too hard for me to like you.
Puerto Rico
no se vende.
No se vende.
Puerto Rico no se vende.
Puerto Rico no se vende.
Hello, everyone. This is Alexandria.
That's the PR day parade, not a protest. Dude who took me doing a Hank Pecker accent and very clearly joking entirely seriously. I know that. Also, Puerto Ricans are American citizens. Okay? That's the joke. I know. Bro, chill. Bro, you chill. I'm fucking memeing, dude. Calm down. It doesn't even matter. I was at a protest. Someone freaked out because we were flying the American flag upside down. Oh yeah, he did Hot 97. Apparently 4 days ago.
Ocasio-Cortez, and I am here loud and proud to thank Zohran Mamdani, #1 for mayor of New York City. Early voting starts on June 14th. The primary election is June 24th. So early vote, fill out your ballot, and make sure that you do not rank Andrew Cuomo on your ballot. Don't do it, folks. We are going to rank our ballot. Zohran #1 for a New York City that can be affordable to all of us.
It's so funny because he's literally said, as New York